Okay. Okay, the G1 is heating up now. We are here to review days 10, 11, and 12 of the G1 Climax for this year. Here's my co-host, Reece. Reece, how are you doing?
I'm not too bad, but for some reason, Twitch just hates the G1 titles of our shows. I don't get it. So I don't know why it does this. See if I can. Never mind. Does it want to go live? But apart from that, I'm not so bad. How are you?
Yeah, not great to be honest. The show today was pretty bad, I would say.
I would definitely agree. But the good thing is, for everyone's positivity, is we've got Twitch to go. That's fine. We're now back on Twitch. We are 100% not reviewing Monday Night Raw. Please don't ask us.
Absolutely not. No.
Please do not ask us to review Monday Night Raw, because I'm telling you now, it was absolutely horrible. And I must say, and obviously we've done horrible Raw reviews before, but
this
was beyond acceptable.
Yeah.
And the level of cringe is it's irredeemable.
Yeah.
So please don't ask us. We're just going to do G1. We're going to do nights 10, 11, and 12. And then we're bailing out.
Yeah, it was definitely. It was awful.
Yeah.
I was bored. I was bored within like the first 10 minutes of the show.
The recaps were far too long.
Yeah. And then the actual Seth Rollins promo went on for way too long.
Yep. The guy on the thumbnail was doing the Will Ospreay. Callum Newman is obviously a United Empire guy, and he's had a good tournament, so I thought it'd be good to get him on the thumbnail next. So our thumbnail is Callum Newman, David Finlay, and Mr. 100 himself. Oh, yes. Spoiler.
Oh.
But yeah, well, that is your thumbnail. But it's good to see everybody. Maria, Zodiac, Bleach, Fernando. It's good to see you all. Fernando, no Raw review. Just kidding. Nah, Raw was horrible last night. You know what really annoyed me the most about Raw last night is they went away from good stories and started one that actually nobody wants. Like, I'm sorry, but nobody wants Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Like that's what set me off the edge. I'm surprised I didn't turn it off before the main event, but no, I watched. But that's where we're at. But Boss Man, this is over to you.
Okay. So for night 10, we had Shota Umino versus Yoshihashi. We had Shingo Takagi versus El Phantasmo in a match where El Phantasmo needed to win to avoid being eliminated from the G1. We then had Drilla Maloney versus Konosuke Takeshita, which I think should have been the main event for this night, but we'll talk about that when we get to it.
I agree.
And then we also had Great-O-Khan versus Zack Sabre Jr. As the main event, which, as I said, shouldn't have been the main event.
Yeah.
Which, fortunately, that means we don't have to talk about Ren Narita in this night, but unfortunately, we'll briefly discuss what we're going to do with him going forwards in these reviews.
That's a fair statement. Luckily, what we're discussing tonight isn't terrible. It's just wrong order.
Well, yeah. Well, for the most part, it's not terrible.
Yeah, there's some terrible in here.
To start off, unfortunately, we have a terrible match between Shota Umino and Yoshihashi. Yeah, I was not a fan of this match. I spoke about how I feel about Chop Fest with the CM Punk and Gunther match. This was pretty much exactly the same.
This was worse.
Yeah.
If you're being really honest, this was worse than Gunther versus CM Punk, because they actually, it's almost as if they took it personal. Like Yoshihashi and Shota Umino took it personal that CM Punk and Gunther tried to do a chop fest better than them, and they went, okay, let's go one further. Yeah,
and they actually did do it better than them.
It had no flow, and I'll tell you what, this match actually confirms one thing I'm worried about. This is the match that's actually going to stop Yoshihashi from being taken seriously for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
I think that's generally it for him. That's all right, Catherine. No problem. And
Yeah, that is it for him.
Yep, Bullet Club are still a thing.
Yep. But yeah, it was just a chop fest. That's pretty much all you can say for this match. And I wanted to make a note here. Shota Umino is clearly now for me just an opponent-specific kind of wrestler.
Yes, I agree.
And after seeing this from this point on, I'm not expecting any sort of good matches from Shota going forward, because he's clearly not reliable enough to say, "Oh, this is going to be a good match." 100%. This is.
Yeah, I think we've had our two good matches out of Shota for the entire tournament, and that's it. Like that, yeah. Like there's nothing else you can say that says, "Oh yeah, this one will do for him." No, like if you're a fan of Shota Umino,
you shouldn't be.
It's over
at this point. Yeah.
Sell as people say on social media, and it's really stupid. Sell your stocks in Shota Umino. Invest them in someone else. Invest them in Bolton Oleg.
Yes. Yes.
Although we will have to talk about Bolton today, though. Oh god. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's one moment.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a pretty slow, lethargic match. Chop fest. No real effort.
Shit.
Shota eventually wins with a lariat and a second chapter, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that match.
No, I'm the same as you. This match shouldn't have even been in a tournament. This is awful. This is a preliminary match type thing. This
awful. Now, if what I had seen today, this would have been the worst match of the tournament.
Yep. However,
we go from this awful match to a pretty entertaining match between Shingo Takagi and El Phantasma.
Yeah, this is a redemption match.
Yes. And as I touched on, this was a match that ELP had to win to avoid being eliminated from the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a funny match to begin with. Loads of father and son hijinks. If you've been following New Japan for long enough, you will know that Shingo Takagi is El Phantasma's kayfabe father.
Yeah, it's such a unique kayfabe relationship.
Yeah. So there were loads of dueling chants, and then it was a quick skirmish between the two, as you would expect. Both are pretty energetic their age.
Yeah.
There was it was just a quick back and forth, and then Shingo ducks his early sudden death attempt.
Yes, he does.
And then, as they do, they go to the outside, where ELP hits a moonsault on Shingo.
Yeah.
And then as they're getting back towards the ring, Shingo hits a Death Valley driver on the apron, which looked very, very rough.
It did, actually. I think my concern from that is because of the way he's done it, he looked a little bit too... Shingo's obviously got a great tank in him. ELP hasn't had a great tank for quite a while because of circumstances.
Which we have. Looking about.
Yeah, I think the Death Valley driver was a bit of a risk. Too much of a risk. Yeah. I think they were both quite exhausted. I think that was a bad call by Shingo.
Yeah. And I also think this I feel like this was a match that was supposed to go on longer than it did. But this took a lot out of them.
Yeah, I actually think... as much as I like this match, I have a problem with it. I actually wanted these two to stay in the ring. I actually wanted it to be best man win in the ring. I don't want to see every tournament match going outside. It's not that it's a bad thing to leave the ring, but I want to literally see someone declare, no, I'm not leaving this ring. We're going to fight until the very end. I wanted it to be this one between these two, but it didn't happen. Obviously, ELP's got a great out-the-ring offense, so I'm not going to moan about as much, but I just think when it's two people who have got such an interesting connection and relationship with one another, it would have been nice if it was literally just, instead of a springboard outside the ring moonsault, a moonsault in the ring. If he wants to go in the apron, that's fine. Yeah. But I don't want him to see them exit the ring and go onto the floor or go into the crowd. I think this was a match that didn't need that.
Because it's pretty much the same staple that you see in every match. It's literally the same offense. They go out of the ring, they hit each other into the guardrail, they'll go into the crowd for a bit, throw each other into chairs, and then come back into the ring and carry on.
Literally. And it's not always enjoyable.
No. But yeah, like I said, I think the Death Valley driver at this point kind of made them have to speed the match up and end it early, because I feel like it took a bit too much out of both of them.
Yeah. Right winner, though. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah, but we'll get into that. There was another back and forth in the ring, which eventually led to ELP hitting a UFO, but then favoring his back and his neck because of the driver that he took on the apron.
Good selling.
Yeah. That is one thing I'll definitely give out Phantasmo. He is a very believable seller. He is.
Yeah. I think he's the best in New Japan.
Yeah. I'd say it's a toss-up between him and David Finlay, but...
Yeah, I agree. But you just know that those two will look at selling and go, like, how can we really make a move look more impactful? And I think, for me, the match that... Obviously, you can have different matches that will change your selling and how you impact it. For me, David Finlay, I've always been a fan of his, but for me, his selling became believable. I would say... He's been quite a good seller for quite a while, but for me, the match that really set to me where I was like, I can believe this guy is a seller, was the match that he had with... there was a solo match he had with Will Ospreay.
Yep. I believe it wasn't the G1. I think it was
the New Japan Cup, I think. It was before that. Yeah. It was before the Cup. And then ELP...
Wait, no, I don't even think it was before that. I think it was after the G1. They had a US title match in 2022 there.
That was it, when he smashed the plates.
Yeah. No, that was...
following it when he lost the title.
Yeah.
Because it was leading up to him versus... of all people, Moxley and Ospreay, but it was that match. So it was after that, and then ELP for me, it was the match against. Funnily enough, it was a one-on-one match with Jeff Cobb, a long time ago, long time.
Yeah, not the TV title stuff. It was way before that.
Yeah, just a general match, and he sold a. Not something. It wasn't the finish. I think it was a splash that he sold from Cobb, and he looked like he broke his ribs. Like the way he was selling, it looked like he broke his ribs, and he was selling the gasping for air. And I'm like, no, this is special. This is special.
Yeah. But after the selling,
Sinatruth is excellent. Sinatruth is excellent as well.
But after the whole selling of the back, Shingo Takagi hit the Made in Japan for a 2.
Yep.
Then
I agree.
he lights up ELP with a few strikes and lariats. Before a sudden death from ELP gets a 2. Then ELP goes for the Thunder Kiss 86, misses, and then Shingo hits the Last of the Dragon for the win. And then I've put in my notes, this now means that ELP is out of the G1 list.
Yeah. Nah, she meant Sanada. His name's quite difficult to spell, to be fair. It's a shame that he's out though.
Yeah,
but we did kind of see it happen.
Yeah, like for as good as he is, he's not quite in that top tier of contenders just yet. And I feel like with how they plan on going post Wrestle Kingdom next year, potentially maybe next year he could be, but I don't think that that's the right position for him at this point.
That's an interesting comment by Fernando. He means Zach, obviously, but he says Zack Sabre Jr. doesn't get enough flowers, in my opinion.
Now, if this was maybe a year ago, I would have agreed, but I feel like maybe the matches with Bryan that he had, the 3 stretches with Bryan that he had, I feel like that has really opened everyone's eyes to how good and how technical Zach is. So I do definitely think that he does get the praise that he deserves now.
Yeah, so do I. I just think
and especially
I just think people are too long to get there. It happens though.
Yeah, and especially with the character that he's showing now, I feel like this character is showing more of a dimension to him than just, oh, I'm the best technical wrestler and I can do all of these holds.
Yeah, it's about time, and in the nicest way, it's about time he got to show something that he hasn't done as such.
Yeah. Like, it's been a while. Like, Suzuki-gun ended in, I believe it was 2022, right?
Yes, right.
So it's been 3 years since we've been able to see this rough version of Zack Sabre Jr. Ever since then, it's just been, oh, the happy-go-lucky TMDK fish.
Yeah, and in a way, kind of Zodiac, more or less.
Yeah.
We need a new Heart Foundation. As much as I would like that, I don't think you can get the. I don't think you can recapture that magic.
No.
I think it's gone, to be honest. Great suggestion, though.
Plus, I don't even think there are the right wrestlers around to even make that possible.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, any other thoughts on Shingo and El Fantasma?
I thought that, like, obviously, I'm sticking to my guns that this match should have stayed outside. I do agree that there was a rush on the match to get out. The order was wrong, but
yeah,
they've certainly made an effort to at least make this an excitable night. I thought the match was not so bad though, but it was definitely rushed because of the circumstances.
Yeah, which didn't help, obviously, after how long and boring the first match was.
Yeah, I agree.
But then we moved on to Driller Maloney versus Konosuke Takeshita, which, as I said, should have been the main event of this show.
Yeah, I agree. What's even crazier as well is we look at how the matches went and how we got out there.
Yeah.
So damn close, because I had Driller Maloney to win this, and Driller Maloney, in my opinion, was actually the better performer.
Yeah.
I actually think
which has been I think that's actually been quite a staple of this tournament. Like, even like it's his first G1 tournament, and he's genuinely been outperforming all of these other wrestlers.
Yeah, I think he's adopted a very smart mentality where even if he's not going to win every match, he's going to be the talk of the match itself. Like, it's going to be hard to stop him. And that's a very good compliment for him.
That's something that you can learn when you're around guys like Gabe Kidd and David Finlay, who have kind of mastered that now.
Yeah, he's become the conversation. And I like that because, like, coming at the tournament, nobody, I bet, would have thought Driller Maloney would do well. Oh, it's his first tournament. Maybe he'll get like 4 points and he'll lose every match. He'll have like some decent performances. But no, like, he absolutely rattled Takeshita.
Yeah.
He rattled him. He didn't know how to respond to him.
Yeah.
But he does obviously, unfortunately, get toppled.
Yes. It was very like high energy and like a dogfight, really.
Mm-hmm.
So much so we're exchanging punches before the bell had even run.
Yeah, I like that.
And then unfortunately we did get the whole crowd spot, but this is a match where I feel like that actually works.
Yeah, I'll concede to that.
Yeah, because it was a very heated match. One was pretty much out for revenge after Takeshita taking out Gabe, and Takeshita's just a monster.
Bad Luck Phil isn't around. He's part of House of Torture. He doesn't really wrestle as much, but he is there.
A lot, unfortunately, nowadays.
He's with Hell and Almighty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth offense from these two. There is a part of the match where Takeshita is pretty assertive in the match, and Driller doesn't really seem to have much of an answer for him. But then once Driller gets a baseball slide, he kind of takes control of the match. Yeah. Like there's a period where he hits a brainbuster and then an elbow drop, and then Takeshita comes back with a blue thunder bomb for a 2. He then goes for a power drive, which he misses, and then Driller goes for a gore, but he couldn't do that either. Which again, we go back to the whole going for big moves and not hitting them is better than hitting all of your big moves and not kicking out of them.
Exactly. So that's a big praise to those two. Very big praise.
Yeah. And then following the missed gore, he then hits a spinebuster and elbow combination, which I liked. Like there was no urgency in going for the cover. It was just straight going to do more offense, which I feel like wrestlers need to do more.
Yeah, it gives them a little bit extra opportunity to try something new and adapt something new and mold it. It was really well done. I thought the timing as well was excellent from positioning to execution to then moving straight into the elbow. Really well done.
He then goes for the Driller Killer after that, which gets countered into that cradle driver that Takeshita does, and that also gets the 2.
Yep.
Takeshita then tries to rile up Driller by taunting Gabe Kidd, and this fires Driller up, who then goes and hits Gabe's lariat and then hits a gore for a 2.
Yeah.
He then goes for the Driller Killer again, but Takeshita gets out of it and then just blasts him with an elbow.
It was a nice reversal indeed, Maria, 100%. It really was.
Yeah. Looking at you, just blast him with an elbow and that lays him out.
Oh yeah, it should have been the main event, Zodiac. It should have been.
And then as Driller's like kind of getting to his knees, he defiantly basically dares Takeshita to finish him off. And then he takes a power drive knee and then counters a Raging Fire into one final Driller Killer attempt, which it looks like he's gonna get, but then Takeshita, like he kind of like lands on his feet from it and then picks him up into a Raging Fire to win the match.
Yep. Chase Owens still does as well, yeah.
They're all in the House of Torture now. That's just what we're doing here.
They're all in mediocrity. We call them Chase mediocrity now, because he's not chasing success anymore. He's chasing mediocrity. He's the biggest disappointment of them all.
Yeah.
Because of all people who should never have done it, it's Chase Owens.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Dookie's an exception. Dookie was brainwashed.
Yeah.
We want our Dookie back.
We do want Dookie back.
But yeah, I love this match. There's just one problem with it. It was in the wrong spot. Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame because this is the type of match that Driller Maloney deserves, and Takeshita winning it would have shown a massive staple. Considering what happened on night 11, it made perfect sense to have these two as the main event, and we didn't get it.
We did not get it, but what we did get instead was a main event of Great-O-Khan and Zack Sabre Jr.
This was the worst main event of the fucking tournament so far.
Yeah,
like this was
to the
horrible.
To the point where it was so bad. Whilst I was watching it, I couldn't make any notes about it. Like I've got nothing there.
I've got one perfect note for it. 20 minutes of time wasted.
Yeah.
Like if it was up to me, if I was booking New Japan, I would have automatically removed both men from the tournament for this match.
Wow.
Like I would have done. That's how bad it was. And that includes what happens on night 11. Like there's one match on night 11, obviously result different. I would have had Zack Sabre Jr. and Great-O-Khan removed from the tournament. It was horrible. I don't know how. I don't know how you think it was so. I don't get it. Clark Connor should be Hangman Page for the AEW title. I mean, one superior cowboy to maybe the other. I don't know. I think that's a risky call.
Yeah. And also, I wouldn't have Clark Connors leave New Japan.
It's not harsh, it's the truth. That's the difference. It's not harsh, it's the truth. This match was dreadful, and I'll tell you why it was dreadful. Great-O-Khan went back to his mid-performances, and Zack Sabre Jr. chose to go back to delaying the match instead of trying to kill the match.
Yeah.
That's not wrestling.
No.
So, sorry. This main event is. If I recommend a match not to watch, is this one.
It's this one. It's weird. Like we're reviewing in this podcast probably the two worst nights in the G1, which was night 10 and night 12, and I honestly can't decide which one's worse.
Honestly, for me, I think I only like one match on night 12, and it's the shortest match of them all.
Yeah.
The only match I like is ELP versus Drilla Maloney.
Yeah.
I did not like Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shingo.
No. And I have a load of issues with that main event, which again we will get into.
Same here, man. Honestly, same. It's just painful.
But then at the same time, I think I would actually say that night 10 was the worst because there was no Ren Narita on this card, but yeah, it was still managed to be awful.
Catherine straight in with her Hangman hatred.
Oh yeah. I think we need to get the picture up. I think. There we go. Good on Hangman Khan.
Hangman Khan. Back in action one more time.
But yeah, night 10, the only thoughts I have on this, apart from this will probably be a very short review because of how awful two of the nights were.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I will say, waste of time. If there's any night to not watch, don't watch this one. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much all I've got. Now moving into night 11, which was, I think, was for what we're reviewing is a very good night of wrestling, I would say.
I agree.
It was Callum Newman versus Bolton Oleg.
Yeah.
Taichi versus Ryohei Oiwa.
Yep.
Sana Truth versus Yuya Uemura.
Mm-hmm.
And then, weirdly enough, the match, again, a match that I think should have main evented this show, which was Evil versus David Finlay, which is
exactly. That's something I agree on.
And that's weird for me saying that Evil should have main evented a show.
Yep.
And then we had Tanahashi versus Stu in a match I was okay with for what it was, but the wrong winner, I would say. But
yep. I actually have a lot of I've got a lot of criticisms for that, like in circumstances. But like, first of all, like if you're looking through the card, the 5 matches are definitely stronger. The 5 matches actually maintain a good level of experience and youth as well. There's a blend here, and then you get to see who steps up.
Yeah,
but.
And then, like you said, one of these matches were terrible, which we will get into, and I think we both agree on which one that was.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I'm happy to tell you that unlike Night 10, it wasn't the first match between Callum Newman and Bolton Olegui.
This match was wonderful.
Yes.
This match actually was wonderful, and both men just get it.
Yeah. And like you said, Callum Newman has had a very good G1 compared to last year. Mm-hmm. And this match was probably, I would say, his best match of the tournament so far.
Yeah, I agree.
And it started off with 2 big boots and a head scissors takedown, which sent Oleg rolling under the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not rolling under the ring, but rolling under the ropes to the outside.
Yeah.
And then a big penalty kick from Callum Newman. And this is what I like about Callum Newman in this match. Rather than continuing the offense on the outside, he quickly grabs Bolton and throws him straight back into the ring.
Yes. That, for me, was job well done. That is exactly how you control a tournament match. You give a slight bit of tease to the fans, and
then you take it away
instantly.
Yeah. And I think this is probably the one and only match so far this tournament where we haven't had excessive abuse.
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. We got some control, but also we got the crowd reactions, especially in this match, were what we wanted.
Yeah. And then back into the ring, Boltin Oleg hits a big belly-to-belly suplex and then a backbreaker before then beginning to work his back.
Mm-hmm.
And then similar to ELP, Callum Newman is another one of those good sellers. Because you can see as he's trying to fight back, he's favoring his back a lot.
Yes, he was.
And then this allows Boltin Oleg to get him in position for a Vader bomb, which Callum Newman very uniquely gets his feet up and kind of blocks it like that rather than moving it other way around.
Yeah, I've always liked how that's like the best way to counter the Vader bomb.
Yeah. He then does a corner drop kick to Oleg. And then as he's trying to rebound and do like a suplex or a brainbuster or whatever it is, Boltin kind of puts him into position for a kamikaze, but Newman hits him with a hurricanrana for a 2 count. Really, and then he tries, and then he goes for it again, and then Oleg hits him with one of those short distance kamikazes for a 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes for a full long range one, which Newman counters with a enziguri and then a Busaikuni. And then this is again another good sign for a Callum Newman match. He only goes for 1 double stomp in this match, and he actually connects it in.
Yeah. We've been waiting for it all tournament so far. Well, is he finally going to land it? And he finally landed it.
Yeah. And again, as I said, happily, this is the only attempt that he actually does in this whole match.
Yeah.
He then goes for the Prince's Curse, which gets countered into a massive German suplex.
Mm-hmm.
And then Callum lands on his feet from this and then hits him with another massive knee. And then he goes to charge at Oleg, who then catches him for a kamikaze for the win.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good sequence. In terms of the one thing I've praised consistently about Boltin Oleg throughout the tournament is Boltin will allow talents that are far more experienced than him to really take control, and he can adapt to it really well. And he did the exact same thing the other day, which I was really impressed with. My only concern though is he is now needing to really step into control. Like we need to see Boltin in the next match start off as the follow up, then become the primary. He needs to go from secondary to primary in the next match, because if he doesn't, we're never going to see if he can really lead a match.
I can tell you now, his next matches was Evil, so you can forget about that now.
Yeah, he's losing then.
Yeah.
And also, we know what happens as well. If you paid attention to New Japan today, you'll see that what will annoy me about Evil.
Yeah.
Because of course, Evil, the absolute bitch, has tried to recruit Boltin to the House of Torture. No, we will not stand for this.
No. Unfortunately, that did not happen.
Thankfully, he has a brain.
Yeah. Well, for now, at least, anyway. We'll see how that goes on, because you know what they're like with New Japan and their teasers. Well, yeah. Any more thoughts on this match before we get on to another really good match?
I got a few others. Just Zodiac's comment. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Letting the Veterans take the lead.
100%.
I thought Callum Newman did very well in terms of controlling the match as well. In spells, obviously, Boltin had a good spell where he was vastly dominant, but I thought Callum was far more...
he was far more like an equal, in a sense. Like usually Callum Newman goes into matches as this underdog that you don't expect to win. But in this match, it really seemed like he was like on a par with Oleg.
Yeah, massively. Fernando says evil has regressed.
Yes, he
Evil
has.
has become something else beyond regression. He's become
Yeah,
villainy
yeah.
in the worst way. But
And this,
overall, I was still impressed by the performance, though. Like,
yeah,
I gotta give it to them both because you can
yeah,
tell both of them, mate. Like, coming out when the bell started, both of them looked a little bit nervous.
yeah,
And within the first couple of punches, the nerves were gone.
yeah. And it's like these are the type of matches that I think the younger stars like. I like the matches between the younger stars because it always seems like they have a point to prove not only to the fans but to each other as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Move
is
your
also
colleague,
the
right?
yeah, and this is also the Callum Newman that I want to see going forward. Less of the Will Ospreay cosplay and more of just exciting wrestling.
Yeah. Instead of being, as you say, a duplicate, he's been a proper wrestling asshole. And it
Yeah,
worked really well. I loved it. Callum Newman was my performer of that
yeah,
night, to be honest.
yeah. And again, it goes back to something that the commentators have been playing up. It's something that he said himself in the press conference before the G1 that he's not promising that he's going to do well and win the G1, but he is saying that after this G1, you will have more of a respect for him than you did going into it. And I think that is something that already he has definitely accomplished.
I agree. I think he's lived up to his word very well, and that's what you want to see from a young star. Bolton
Yeah,
is another one he's getting there, but I think he's made a
yeah,
few new fans.
yeah. And I think as we go on through this tournament, if he keeps winning, he may have another fan in a certain Bullet Club leader who managed to beat him.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Especially as that would mean that he may or may not be next in line for a title match.
Exactly.
But going on, we had another, like I said, another really good match with Taichi and Ryohei.
Yeah. Again, what was it we said last week when we asked each other the same question? Who do you think's been the best young standout performer? And we said if it hadn't been for Drilla Maloney being absolutely perfect, we would have picked Oiwa.
Yeah.
Because fucking hell. If you look at performances of young talents, it goes Maloney, Oiwa, Callum, Bolton.
Yeah. And
Just those.
then just those. And then you have a big gap between all of those. And you have Shota Umino. And then another massive gap. And then there's Ren Narita.
Yeah, Ren Narita, we've officially disqualified you from positive reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're very borderline on even getting any reviews, period.
Oh, he's an absolute mug.
Because there's honestly nothing to say about his matches. They're all just the same there.
Yo, Temple, how you doing? I didn't catch your live on Thursday, but I actually watched it back. Really good show, mate. Really good show that you did. You're he obviously does like live wrestling game streams. But he does like his own like universe stuff. It's actually like really good. So yeah, 100%, guys. Check out Temple Plays if you get a chance. Like his gaming
And
content is
I
unreal.
did really like this Taichi and Oiwa match because it was
Me too.
quite a slow paced match to kind of cool the crowd down after the speed that was the first match.
Oh yeah.
There was a massive feeling out process I noticed between these two.
Yes, I actually like that. I feel like they had to try and test the waters a little bit by being a
Yeah.
little bit more slower and
The
more
yeah.
reassured. It felt good.
There was only one issue that I had with this match, and it was the obsession with the double lariat spot.
Oh, pathetic.
Especially as you got towards the end.
Temple Place says, "What's your match of the G1?" For me so far,
Takeshita Zack Sabre Jr.
it's between that and Takeshita ELP for me.
Yeah.
Those two for me are right up there. But then again, though, I look at it and is it just that though? Because there's been a few other good ones I've really liked.
I'm trying to think how many block matches are there after night 12? Is it both? They have one each, or does A block still have two?
There's been 7 matches so far in A block.
Yeah.
Well, based on that,
no. Yeah, A block does have 2 because I remembered B block's kind of messed up because they have one less match because Gabe's not in it anymore.
Yeah, we do have A and B block matches. Oh wait, hold on.
Or is night 13 the last night of both blocks?
I think night 13 is the final block, yeah.
Okay.
So the good thing is, though, night 13 for me has the main event I actually bloody want.
Yeah.
Tsuji versus Finlay is the right main event.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so by the looks of it. I'm just having a look.
And that now I will say now that will be a very important match because the loser of that will be out of the tournament.
Yeah, we've got A block matches on the 7th in Tokyo, and then we've got, which is the Tsuji Finlay main event, and then we've got on the 8th block B, and obviously that's Shota Takeshita main event, and then we've got
why is the main event instead of Takagi and Maloney? I don't get that.
Yeah, that makes no sense. But to be fair, that night as well, you've got Zack Sabre Jr. versus Maloney that night.
So maybe there are 2 more then.
There's 2 more, yeah. Shingo versus Drilla is August 13th in Yamahatsu, and then in Gunma on the 10th, it's Sanatruth versus Oiwa.
Is that the main event of night?
That's the main event on August 10th, yeah.
That is disgusting. I would say that now.
Yeah, if I'm looking at the card, I think the main event should either be Umura versus Finlay, or it should be, to be fair, actually, the one that makes more sense, it should be Tanahashi versus Evil.
Yeah.
But it's not. The playoff matches kick off on the 14th, and then the semi-final.
And you know what? The way that they've done this now, because obviously Tanahashi wins this match, and the fact that that's not the main event, Evil's winning that match.
Yep, I completely agree. So what they've done is they've got August 14th in Tokyo. Well, the last 3 days obviously are in Tokyo. The first round playoffs, A block 2nd place versus A block 3rd place is the 14th, and then on the same night, B block 2nd versus B block 3rd place. A block 2nd, A block 3rd, then B block 2nd.
I would have preferred it if they did it the other way, so it was A block 2nd versus B block 3rd, and vice versa, rather than it just being the same again.
I agree. And then on the 16th, we got 2-day break. 2 days after that, we've got A block 1st place versus winner of A block 2nd, 3rd, and then B block 1st place versus winner of B block 2nd and 3rd. I think they've done that wrong as well.
Yeah.
And then obviously the final is on the 17th.
Yeah, they should always, if possible, alternate the semi-final so that there's one of each facing each other on both sides of it.
Yeah, like for me, it should be winner A block 1st place versus winner B block 2nd and 3rd. 2nd or 3rd, and then B block 1st place versus winner of A2 or 3. It's far more compelling. Tempo says what Yuya's been his standout. That's fair. Yuya's had a good tournament.
It's way better than seeing 2 more matches. It's like you said, the format that they have now is basically 2 more matches or block matches that you've already seen, rather than the potential of seeing a match that you haven't seen in this tournament yet. Right?
Absolutely, yeah, they are going to all be great matches, except the House of Torture.
They should be good matches depending on who makes it.
Yeah. I've also gone by the overall remaining tournament ones. There's a lot of tournament matches that are just really ineffective. August 7th, the opening match is Tai Chi versus Callum.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we will come to the remaining cards, everybody. So we'll do like predictions, obviously, after we've reviewed night 12. But there's some good ones here, so there's some really good matches. House of Dickheads, yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
But you're goddamn right. Oh, is he frozen? Still with me? I'll drop him for a second. Let's find out. I think he's frozen. It's the only thing I hate about StreamYard is when you freeze. There we go.
Yeah. It was a pretty back and forth match throughout.
It was,
and it looked like it was going to go either way for pretty much the whole point of the show, for pretty much the whole point of the match. And then obviously, as I talked about, we get into the end where there's this double lariat spot, which goes on for ages.
Yeah.
And it eventually leads to Oiwa hitting the grip for the surprising win, as I thought that Taichi was going to win this match.
So did I. I know we predicted that. I think we had Taichi to win because it seemed more understandable, but I'm actually kind of glad they gave the win to Oiwa.
I'm okay with it. And then I also put in my notes here lots of ELP swearing on commentary at the end of this match.
He was awesome. I love him on commentary.
Yeah,
he's so good. Sinatruth with his outfits, he's the Seth Rollins of New Japan. No, Seth Rollins is the Sinatruth of WWE.
Yeah,
because Sinatruth is better.
Actually, yeah.
The way he just comes across more authentic with his outfits. Although the only one I can't take seriously is him wearing a bloody thong over a Giant Gonzalez suit.
Yeah, that was wild to me.
Well, Catherine, for me, it depends on the wrestler. Like Rey Mysterio is a benchmark that should never be a world champion. If you're like 5'10" to 6 foot and above, I'm all right with that. But Mysterio at 5'6" being a world champion just doesn't work.
But Bryan's below 5'10", and he was a champion.
Yeah, but like I said, depends on the wrestler. I like Bryan Danielson.
Oh, true, yeah.
But he's not.
So you don't like Rey Mysterio?
I do, but not as a world champion. I just didn't find it understandable. Like sympathy world champions don't work. Sympathy world champions don't work for me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Damn you, StreamYard. Oh no. There we go. Yeah, definitely depends on the wrestler, and Rey Mysterio is not that for me. As a world champion. Nah. He can be any other championship holder though. But yeah, like it was a good match.
Yeah. Except and speaking of, you said that sympathy. Yeah, and you said that sympathy champions don't work for you. Well, I think we're going to be looking for a bit of sympathy right now because this, unfortunately, is the horrible match on this show, which was unfortunately Truth versus Yuya Uemura, which is this match sucked.
Yeah, this match was horrible. Darby Allin's another one. I don't see Darby Allin as a world champion. I don't.
Me neither. I don't either.
He's
like
150 pounds. Like a twig would beat him.
I could see him as a unified champion at best, but not a world champion.
Yeah. I'm the same.
But yeah, going into this match, it's pretty much just the same old House of Torture rubbish. The babyface was very valiant, but as naive as a baby, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Sonata basically didn't try to do anything in this whole match, and the interference of Kanemaru just annoyed me.
Mm-hmm. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that. I literally put Sonata wins with guitar shot, and I'm sick of talking about these House of Torture matches. And
I like that he used the guitar shot though as a finish. Like I will say that I like that. That's a blend to Sinatruth. Every time we see him now, that's just his name, Sinatruth. But like, I don't like seeing I don't think we need the House of Torture interference to not get the guitar shot. We still could have the guitar shot without the House of Torture.
Yeah. But obviously, we can't have nice things, so that's what happens.
Nah, no.
And I feel like this also kind of ties into the next match, which was Evil versus David Finlay, which was pretty much exactly the same as they got the match wrong. It should have been the main event. And it's pretty much the exact same as the Sanada Uemura match, except I put here, because Finlay isn't a babyface and he's not a complete idiot, he also cheats in this match, which makes it a bit better.
There's only one other thing wrong with this as well. We both got this wrong. We both thought Evil was going to win. We both had Evil to win on our last show because we're like, well, the way that they've fucked over David Finlay, it just seemed obvious he was going to lose. But no, it was an excellent performance and he won with the overkill.
Yeah.
But do continue.
Yes, I will. It was a brawl all around the arena. Like on the outside, in the crowd. There was a really funny moment in this match where Evil chokes David Finlay with the microphone with the microphone wire, and he's just talking all this trash to Finlay, and then Finlay just swears at him as Evil throws him to the ground as
he proper opens his mouth in terms of pure vitriol.
Yeah. Yeah, so there was all of the brawling around the outside. Dick Togo, Fale, and Gedo all get involved. And then there's this moment in the match where obviously they have the ref bump that they usually do. And then Finlay, what I've put in my notes, Finlay turns into Super Finlay and basically fights off the entire House of Torture by himself.
Yeah, this was not comfortable to watch. Like that actually took away from the match for me.
Because then again, it just makes you think, why doesn't anyone else do this themselves? Why can't anyone else do this one?
Yeah, it seemed hypocrite. It seemed a bit like a hypocrite. The only thing is though is it just living up to him because he's the rebel, or are they just trying to find something to do the role? I don't know, but it was, for me, it was very unbalanced and it made no sense, and it derailed the contest.
Yep. And then after he takes out the rest of the House of Torture, he then goes to the outside and then pulls out a shillelagh, which we haven't seen since Evil broke the last one.
Yep.
And this is why I mentioned this in the Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria match. I said that David Finlay must have stolen theirs, which is why he had it for this match.
You did say it.
And then he hits Evil in the face twice with it, goes for a cover. The ref counts to 2, and then Finlay lifts Evil up off the cover to hit an overkill for himself to win the match.
Yeah, it was a good finish. I like the overkill. I still prefer the Oblivion, but I do like the use of the overkill.
Yeah. And it is also nice to see that he can finally actually win a move with his finisher with it.
Hell yeah. I can neither confirm nor deny.
But yeah, any overall thoughts on this match here?
Please keep Evil away from the G1. like I hate the fact that Evil is actually a talented wrestler and he is slutting himself to these types of match types that are the exact same, and it's actually not exciting.
Yeah.
Like Evil is not a bad wrestler at all. He isn't. But when he does all the House of Torture pish, he becomes a shit wrestler. And it's actually annoying because he's actually got a good variety of moves, and his Dark Scorpion is a brilliant finish. And I hate that it's reduced to House of Torture interference when this would have been an excellent match where just two leaders are trying to beat the holy piss out of each other.
Yeah.
and we didn't get it.
No, and we won't get it because this is just how evil matches go these days.
Yeah. The good thing is, though, David Pinley got the win, so he's actually not eliminated yet. But
yet.
But he does have to win his final. He has to win his next 2 matches regardless. He has to win. There's no excuse.
Yeah. And the main event of this was Tanahashi and Yota Tsuji.
Oh, God almighty. This was 60 minutes of wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but why is Yota Tsuji the one that's got to be Tanahashi's 100th win?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Like, it makes more sense for it to be Evil.
Yeah.
Not Yota Tsuji.
Yeah.
This was a bad idea. This was horrible.
It's a very, very bad idea.
And it's even worse because I actually thought this match from start to finish
was a good match.
Yeah, it was. And the result just defeats it.
Yeah.
Bad call by the booking department.
Yeah, which again isn't a surprise, is it?
No, it's not a surprise at all. Ugh.
It's almost like Gedo takes too much pride in his talent role that he kind of misses the whole purpose of what he's meant to be booking.
Oh, hands down. I agree with you. And he actually takes away the purpose of enjoyable victories by just handing over undeserving wins to someone who doesn't really need it.
Yeah, or at least not at the expense of this young wrestler, at least.
Yeah, they should have saved it for his match against Evil. And where's Tommy Dreamer? He's trying to lose weight, but his ass has absorbed all.
Is Tommy Dreamer another one of those wrestlers that's trying to make a comeback?
He tries, but he sucks.
Like I said, this match was actually a really good match. Just the ending ruined it.
Yeah. The ending does ruin it. Oh, what? Okay. They must be just... This is just them speculating.
What is this?
Oh, it was a stupid link that came up saying names who could join Corey Graves on the Raw commentary team. Sorry, Michael Cole, sorry. In replace of Pat McAfee. Now, number one, they've got... Really funny. I'll tell you all 5 and then you can laugh.
Okay.
So number 1 is Vic Joseph. Number 2 is Corey Graves. Number 3 is Taz. Number 4 is Wade Barrett, and number 5 is number 4 is Wade Barrett, and number 5 is Big E. They're like, we don't know what the situation is with Taz, so we'll just link him into this post. Weirdos.
I mean, I'm surprised that they haven't put Booker T on there because Stephanie Vaquer's on the roster.
Booker T is genuinely terrifying.
Well, it's not really Booker T on commentary. It's more Black Snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I disagree with this. I think Joe Tessitore is probably the best commentator on the main roster. I think.
I actually agree, and I think the second is Wade Barrett
because Joe actually brings more of like a sports perspective to what's going on.
Yep.
Well, whereas all of the other commentators do more of the entertainment side.
Yeah, I think Wade Barrett is slightly picking up on it, but the problem is I can't take him seriously because he still sounds like a gooner.
Yeah.
And he's too much of a gooner. I actually think going forward, I actually wouldn't mind Vic Joseph and Joe Tessitore as the main commentary team.
What, on SmackDown ones?
Raw.
Oh, Raw.
Yeah, demote Michael Cole to LFG.
Ah.
Because he's finished. Because Montez is dead after all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If anything, it should have been Candice LeRae that he called dead rather than Montez Ford.
That would have made more sense.
No.
That would have been. All right, then, Joe Tessitore and Joey Styles. Joey Styles doesn't even do anything with wrestling now. Like, nothing. He's walked away from the sport completely.
Yeah.
He did the right thing. But, so... Whew! Tanahashi
But that was nice.
Tsuji's positive match ends in just the wrong result and confusion about the unaffiliated genius that is Yota Tsuji.
Yeah.
Because that hurts him now as well. That result hurts him.
Yeah. Because now he also needs to win his last two matches. Because
Yep. And I don't like that. Like, I really don't like...
I don't think he will. Because looking at his last two matches, I don't think he will. I think he's going to lose one of the last two. I think.
Yeah, he's screwed.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Because I'm trying to think. He's lost to Evil. He's lost to Taichi. He's lost to Tanahashi. He's probably going to lose to Finlay.
Yep. He's going to... And that's the main event.
He lost to Oiwa. He lost to Oiwa. So that's 5 people that he's lost to.
Yeah.
Well, 4 people that he's currently lost to. And then he's probably going to lose to Finlay as well. So you could genuinely be looking at a scenario where Tsuji doesn't make the playoffs.
And if he doesn't, this tournament goes down in my...
Because pretty much this way, if Tsuji doesn't make the playoffs, you already know who's won this tournament.
I know Bret has an opinion, and I respect Bret Hart, but where's his estimation from? Like,
yeah, because there are many different ways that you can look at that. Though.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it is his opinion, and I do disagree with it, but I'd like to know why he thinks Punk is the best wrestler in the world. Like, because if you look at it, I'm surprised. Even if he's looking at just a WWE's best wrestler, I'm surprised he's picked Punk anyway. Because I wouldn't even say Punk is the best wrestler in WWE. Like, I think there's a variety that are better than Punk.
Is Brock Lesnar one of them for you?
No.
Which funnily enough, I have just seen that his merchandise is number 1, 2, and 3 on WWE Shop for sales.
Fucking hell. Brock is number 1, 2, and 3 for merch.
Yeah.
Well, there's your next world champion.
I guess to be fair, it'd probably be better than Seth Rollins at this minute.
Yeah, and obviously they were getting all excited about his 75 million social media views. That's when you know that company is corrupt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild That's wild.
It's very. But that was night 11 of the G1. It was a very positive step from the horror that was night 10. But just again, the positioning of the matches, I think they got off. And then obviously the main event kind of soured the night for me in a way.
Yeah, it did.
Because Tsuji had no business losing this match.
No. He should have won. Or better yet, protect them both, make it a draw.
Yeah. But then they can't really do that because Tanahashi can't go half an hour anymore.
Yeah, true. He's ruined. But what we will say though, before we move on to night 12, our third night, is still congratulations to Tanahashi on reaching 100 G1 wins.
Yeah.
just against the wrong person.
Yeah. It's surprising. I'm actually interested to know how many wins is he ahead of the next closest person now?
I actually will check for you.
Because I've got a feeling that Okada's not second, and I know that for a fact that he's not second line.
He's just the person with the most tournament wins, which is understandable. Yeah. But in terms of the actual matches, I don't think it's Nakamura.
I'm pretty sure it's Chono.
I think it is. Let's have a look. I miss the old days when the final was directly for the world title. That's the annoying thing, though, is the first
wow.
the first ever.
Is that Catherine actually praising women's wrestling? There, is it?
I think it's because of the fact that she also doesn't like Becky Lynch. I don't know. It's crazy that the first
she was actually praising Becky Lynch there, because Bleach fan has said, in his opinion, the best women's wrestler in the world is Toni Storm, and then Catherine said after last night it's Becky Lynch.
Catherine, damn you, must be trolling.
Either that or she must hate Nikki Bella.
I mean, I do as well, but that's because she's boring. Let's have a look.
Although that unironically was probably the best part of Raw, the way they were just tearing into each other, and how Becky brought up John Cena.
Yeah, it was mad the amount of people won the tournament in a row. Like Inoki won it 4 in a row, and then he won another 3 in a row. In between Andre the Giant stopping him from doing another 4 in a row. I think that's funny. Andre winning a G1, but yet he can't even win the WWE title. Shocking.
Well, not officially anyway.
Yeah, but then again, Hulk's first tournament was for the World Championship, and he won it.
Yeah, but then that's not really the G1, is it? It's just the tournament.
It was a tournament, yeah.
The G1 didn't start until, I believe, 980 something.
Yeah, the first official G1 final, if you want to call it, was renamed in 1992. Masahiro Chono was the first official winner. He won.
He won 4. Him and Okada have both won 4.
No, he's won 5.
And then he's won 5.
Yeah, he's won 5. Okada's won 5 as Okada's won 4 G1s.
No, Okada. They both won 4, but they're saying that Okada's the best because he won the Continental Classic as well.
But yeah, they've got Chono as 5. Mad. Great Muta obviously won it the year after Chono won the first one. After he won his first one. Chono won 3 in the first 4 editions. Mad.
Yeah, but in terms of, let me see, in terms of actual match wins.
That's what I'm looking for, match wins. It's not giving me what I'm looking for, which is really annoying.
Because I am really interested to see who's in second, though.
No Bleach, no. That's World League World Cup Tournament G1. Yeah, I don't get what you mean by that, Jason. What are you talking about exactly?
Actually, let me see if this.
I'm not a particular fan of it, Tempo. I'm not a particular fan of it. I actually cannot.
Yeah. I can't find it. Yeah. This might be task for Chris Sampson. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a minute.
Yep.
Hold on. Let's see. Wow, it's actually not Chono. As of about 5 years ago, it was Tenzan in second.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Jason, what on earth are you talking about, dude? But that makes no sense. Obviously, he's had his comments deleted. I have a feeling somebody's time. Oh, he's been hidden. Who's hidden?
Oh, wait.
I mean, it looks like I think Zodiac's done it. he's executing his championship rights.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can't complain about that.
Who did you find won the second most amount of matches?
I thought, from what I saw, it looked like it was Tenzan.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
But then what I've seen is from about 5-6 years ago. So I don't know if that's still the same.
Yeah, it's crazy that.
And it probably, but given the amount of G1s that there have been since then, it probably isn't Tenzan now. Probably.
No, I think it's, from what I can see as well. There's quite a few other potential names up here as well. Like, is what the crazy thing is not even in the top 3 is KG Muto.
That is a surprise.
Mm.
And another one that wasn't in the top 5, in the top 3 at that point was Okada Riva, was it?
Yeah, Okada's not in it. Nakamura's not in it. Shibata's not in it.
Okada probably would be in it now, though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I did actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I did actually. It was funny as fuck.
But yeah, that was
Naito's got a decent win record, but it's not as great as them though.
Yeah. But yeah, that was night 11. Night 12. I'm actually dreading getting into this one. Yeah. There was Takeshita and Yoshihashi, Ren Narita and Great Okan, which I'm personally not saying anything about that match.
I'm absolving from commenting on it.
Then there was ELP and Driller Maloney, which was again the best match on this card.
Yep.
And then the main event, which was Takagi and Zack Sabre Jr., which I have issues with,
lots of them.
But we're gonna start with something good, which was Takeshita and Yoshihashi, which was unfortunately because of the match that Yoshihashi had with Shota Umino, this kind of meant nothing to me in a sense. Like, it was obvious that he didn't really have a chance to win this match.
They got the wrong sense of it in this one. Like, it was the emotion was gone from Yoshihashi because of the bad match with Shota, but the performance in this one was far better, and it felt more up steam. So,
although to be honest, it's not hard for it to be better than Shota Umino with Takeshita in there.
True, very true. I'm still trying to grasp what the heck Jason meant by some of his comments. I'm still trying to grasp it. Yeah. Such cryptic messages. Like satanic.
I'm alright, Mom. Mom's asking for me.
But yeah, it's a very odd.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, it's very odd that it didn't make any sense.
Nah, Fernando, he shouldn't.
No.
It's good having him in the tournament, but no. the G and G1 is for Goto, so Yoshihashi had a good start but went downhill.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think Goto would have won the G1.
Yeah.
If he had been in it, I think he would have won it, yeah.
It's interesting. Because I honestly don't think he would have won it.
I think it's interesting to see who will win it now. I mean, I'm still trying to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like stuck in the mindset. I don't know.
I mean,
G1
I still
don't work well either.
I mean, I still think Evil's going to win it now, just based on how they've kind of messed up Yosuji's potential run.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think you're wrong at all. It just seemed that way. It seemed like a punishment.
But yeah, we had the return of guardrail abuse in this match.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm just waiting for this G1 to be over so we don't have to talk about the constant use of the guardrail in every match.
Josiah, how dare you say Evil to win it, lol. God, no. To be fair, we did say at the start, we thought
nobody wants it. Nobody wants it to happen, but it's just going to.
Yeah, we did say at the start of the tournament, we thought it would be anyway just to spite Tanahashi.
Yeah.
As a booking plan. Which is obviously far more painful.
And now it's ironic that he's probably going to win it because of Tanahashi.
Yeah.
But yeah, any more thoughts on this match here? Because I was actually quite happy with this match. It's just more so that I feel like the fire in Yoshihashi has been completely extinguished.
No, I'm the same. I think what more can Yoshi actually bring to the rest of the tournament, like in the group phase? I don't think there's anything he can do. I think he's.
I mean, he could still advance because he's on 8 points, so he could still get to 12.
He could. I hope not, though, because I feel like he's, as you say, I think extinguished is the right choice of word. I think he's flat out.
Yeah.
I think he's. We need to start seeing different people in tournaments now.
Yeah. I feel like there's only like a select few old wrestlers that should be in these tournaments. And pretty much at this point, I think out of all of the old guard, it's pretty much only Shingo and Goto that should be in these tournaments. Like all of the other old people should not be in these tournaments.
I agree. And Zodiac, no, it's okay. You've got no reason to apologize. I appreciate it.
I didn't even, because honestly, I didn't see what he'd said before that. I just saw that last comment before whoever got rid of him.
His comments made no sense. So I appreciate you doing it, mate. I don't know what his comments actually represent.
Yeah.
Really strange.
But yeah, that's pretty much this match. It was it was a nice match, and obviously the right winner, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously that led to Ren Narita versus Great Okan, which was the worst match I've seen in any G1 that I've ever watched, and I'm moving on from that immediately.
Yeah, this match was an example of, do you hate professional wrestling?
Yes.
That's what that was. It was god awful.
Yeah.
It was as good as that's the way to describe it. This match was as good as SummerSlam nights 1 and 2 combined. Mm-hmm. That's how crap this was. I don't want to see it ever. I don't want to see it ever again. So I hope not. This year's G1 should be going to Yuya, Shota, Tsuji, Oiwa, Ren, the youth, should win this year's. If Tanahashi's hanging up, in my opinion, I think it's fair to suggest the young guns. But for me, Shota, no. Oiwa, too soon, but he's had a good tournament. Same with like Callum and Drilla Maloney. I think it should be Yota Tsuji. If it's not going to be someone like a mainstay, and it should be someone obvious as evil, give it to someone like Yota, who had a good run with the global championship. He makes sense to now move into the world title position.
Yeah,
that's my take on it.
Yeah, I would say so. Because I do think that if New Japan had it their way, they would give it to Takeshita, but Tony Khan wouldn't allow that to happen. Wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think he would hate it.
Just simply because it means that he would have less of him because he'd need to be in Japan more.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, if New Japan had their way, that would probably be the direction that they go in now.
Yeah, I agree. We're 6 away from 400. Thank you, folks. I really do appreciate it. Please do get that the channel shared, etc. It'd be a great help.
But yeah, after that monstrosity, we got what I think was the best match of the card, which was Maloney and ELP.
I love this match, start to finish.
And again, like you said, it was too short.
Yeah, it was.
Far too short.
Yep, Takeshita still does DDT dates. And he doesn't need to.
Yeah. Because I think
he actually doesn't bring anything to it.
Yeah, because I think like Gabe Kidd calls it, DDT is a joke promotion. Is it does nothing for anyone.
Yeah, I haven't watched DDT in a long time anyway.
Neither have I. The last bit of DDT content I saw Kester doing hurdles for some reason.
Yeah. He's already sharp, to be fair, Zodiac. Like, his schedule is intense, so I don't think he needs to worry about his not staying sharp. He's got a very intense schedule. He's good.
If anything, he needs to wrestle less.
Actually, I agree.
But yeah, this ELP and Drilla Maloney match, it was a quick match, and obviously that means fast pace.
Yeah.
And again, it was almost like a who can hit their big move first kind of match.
Mm-hmm. And what I liked about it compared to the shithole that we got between Cody and John Cena last night.
They didn't actually hit their moves. That was the thing.
Exactly. They were building to it, and it was about execution matters instead of getting execution and then evading execution. We really got tested by the endurance and the duration of all of them. Yeah.
Then as you said, when ELP actually got to do all of his big moves, he actually hit all of them, and that was the win for him.
Yeah, and what a win!
It was Drilla Maloney going for a Driller Killer essentially, and ELP countered that into a Destroyer. He then hit 2 CR2s. He then hit CR3, and then the Thunder Kiss for what I called a very shock win, because I wasn't expecting it at all, considering he was already out.
Yeah, it is madness. Temple says, oh, that's good. Temple says, I just watched New Japan, Noah, and Dragon Gate. Dragon Gate's so dope. Shun Skywalker showed up in New Japan. Shun lost a disband match, but he strolled us and won the world title in Dragon Gate, and his stablemates turned on him. I love watching Noah. Obviously, I hate what happened to Osawa. I'm not going to. I don't want to bring that up again in the channel, but I do love Osawa. But yeah, fun times.
Yeah, and I feel like this match here is like the perfect example of a good spoiler match, where the person that's already out of the tournament actually wins the match without it being stupid.
Yes, and it doesn't harm Drilla. Like, Drilla's not harmed by losing this match at all, in my opinion.
Because like Yoshihashi, even though he lost, he can also still go through. probably even with just one more win would be enough to send him through, probably.
And I think he's going to get it. I think he will win his next match, to be honest, because when you look at it, his next match actually is the person he should be beating the whole tournament. His next match is Zack Sabre Jr.
No. I actually think that he should. If it's Zack Sabre Jr.'s his next match, I actually think that he should win both of his last 2 matches.
It's the third of the fifth. It's the second of 4 matches. Because obviously Great O'Khan would have had Gabe Kidd, so at least there's no Great O'Khan.
Oh, thank God!
We don't have to worry about that.
What are the other matches then for the next
on that night? It's ELP versus Yoshihashi, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Drilla Maloney, Shingo versus Ren Narita, Shota versus Takeshita.
Okay, that might.
That's on the 8th. The 7th, so 2 days' time, it's Taichi versus Callum in the opener. Then it's Bolton versus Evil, Tanahashi versus Sana Truth, Yuya Uemura versus Ryohei Oiwa, and then Yota versus David Finlay in the main event. That's our next 2 days.
I can already say no. I'm not looking forward to night 13. The only match on that card I'm even remotely interested in is Zack Sabre Jr. and Drilla Maloney.
Me too.
I honestly couldn't care less about the other matches on that card.
Yeah. August 10th and then August 13th, the final 2 nights of block matches. It's in the opening contest on the 10th, which is on Sunday. It's Yuya versus David Finlay, Taichi versus Bolton, Tana versus Evil, Suji versus Callum, and then Oiwa versus Sinatruth in the main event. And that's the final match for the A block.
Okay, I think that pretty much guarantees that Oiwa's going through.
Yeah. Win in front of the Tokyo crowd and get the mic and talk in front of them.
Yeah.
And then B block final show in Yamamatsu. No ELP, sadly, because his last match was Gabe Kidd, so ELP's not on the card, which is a shame, but he at least gets the points. And then it's Shota Umino versus Great O'Khan in the first match. Oh, God almighty. Yoshihashi versus Zack Sabre Jr., Takeshita versus Ren Narita, and then main event is Shingo versus Drilla.
I'm sorry that potentially Takeshita's last match in this tournament has to be against Ren Narita. Because I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Narita beats him out.
Yeah. They'll send him back in the worst defeat possible.
Yeah. But no, they won't even send him back because he still has to be there for the preview tag. And obviously because he's the only person that beat Gabe, he'll probably be the next global championship contender.
No, I agree. It's how we get to it that really is the selling point. But
if I had it my way, they'd get to it through Forbidden Door.
Yeah, me too.
But then obviously that depends on if Gabe's healthy enough to be there. Because we still haven't really heard anything on that week. Yeah, I'm all good, Billy. Thanks.
Sorry, it's good to see you, mate. Good to see you. This main event, however, was in the nicest way possible between 2 good wrestlers. This was ridiculous. This was a sack of shit.
Yeah.
This was horrible.
And honestly, I don't actually think it was a bad match until the end, similar to Tanahashi and Yosuji's.
The problem is
because
it was so bad because it dragged out.
Yeah. And then the way it ended also made no sense. Like Takagi hits Zack Sabre Jr. with his finisher, and then Zack just decides that he's going to no-sell it and win the matches.
Yeah. And he beat him with a cheap roll-up as well.
Like what? That doesn't make any sense.
None at all. None.
And then, as I've said in my notes, because of that now, Shingo is now also out of the tournament now.
Yep. There's no way he can progress now.
Yep.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
whoever decided not to have him progress needs to really be. Well, we know who done it. Actually, I suppose it'd be Gado, but he needs to be asked about this because that was a bad decision.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it also eliminates the potential of Evil beating Shingo in the final, which I guess is something which.
Yeah, we're spared that humiliation.
Yeah.
That's something we fought, but we're saved that humiliation.
Yeah. But it doesn't. But it doesn't change the fact that he shouldn't have lost this match.
Tempo, we've been asking for this.
Yeah, I've been predicting that there's going to be. I've been predicting at least one draw.
The match we thought was going to be a draw didn't even end in a draw as well. We thought Takeshita versus
Zack Sabre Jr. was going to be a draw.
Yeah,
I initially thought that Takeshita Gabe Kidd was going to be a draw.
Yeah.
Then I thought that Takeshita Zack Sabre Jr. was going to be a draw. Then I said that Tsuji versus Uemura was going to be a draw. And there's just been no draws in it.
It might be the tournament where no one gets a draw.
Yeah, maybe.
The season where there's no Tottenham Hotspur results. There's no draws. It's just wins or losses.
Yeah.
Madness. But I suppose
this main event was horrible.
Yeah. Why was it horrible for you specifically?
For me, it was just like it seemed like it was just a finisher fest, and it was just like unrealistic to me.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's
it doesn't make any sense. Like, how can you kick out of all of these finishers from each other, and then the match ends the way it did? Like, where's Zack Sabre Jr. getting all of that energy from?
That's right, Billy. We can answer that. So you can have a draw based on countouts or like double DQs, no contests, standard rules.
Yeah, it's literally just either a time limit draw or like a double countout or something. Yeah. Those are the ways that you get what you would call a draw. Otherwise, a double DQ, that's just a no contest and nobody gets any points for it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, time limit draw or double countout pretty much is the most obvious one.
Yeah.
They're the only ones.
Or obviously double pinfall, which is very rare in a G1, which
hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah. I actually can't remember the last time it happened, actually.
I can't remember either. Been trying to think in my head. I can't.
But yeah, looking at the standings after the most recent nights, it's actually wide open in Block A. There's still nobody that's out of this tournament yet. Everyone's either on 8 points or 6 points.
Yep. If anyone wants to see the standings, I'll show you them now, actually, if anyone wants to see. So yeah. I will actually do the best way, because I prefer using the good old-fashioned screen share. So I'll bring up for everybody. This is blocks A and B after the 12 nights of wrestling. My true love did not say to me, let's get more pinfalls, and I lose my points on the floor. Here you go. Boss man for you.
Okay.
And I'll zoom in so everyone can get one by one. So there's A block.
As you see, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on if you're a sadistic wrestling fan, Evil is top of Block A. And yep. I believe if he beats Bolton Oleg, he is through to the playoffs.
Yes, he is.
As the winner, actually, I believe.
Yeah,
because he would have beaten everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Yota Tsuji, who while he should also, but he will probably also be eliminated if he loses because of how the tie breaks are falling.
Yeah, the tie breaks haven't been good to Yota Tsuji this year.
No. Bolton Oleg, Yuya Uemura and Bolton Oleg, I think they're the same in terms of tie breaks.
They are, yeah.
Except the only difference here is Callum Newman beat Oleg but lost to Uemura, I believe. But
he did.
I think that's the only difference. I think that's the only difference between them. Yeah. Oiwa is another person that the tie breaks have been pretty good for. He's lost to Evil and Yota Tsuji, but Evil's a non-factor anyway because he's probably going to win the block. But Oiwa needs Tsuji to win, otherwise he could be in a bit of bother as well.
Mm-hmm.
He needs Tsuji to win at least one match, otherwise he could be in a bit of bother. Otherwise.
Yeah,
and then you've got Callum Newman, who again, he also has I'd say a moderate tiebreak.
Yes,
because he lost to Evil, and he lost to. Wait, did he? Has he faced Tsuji yet? I honestly can't remember.
Who, Callum?
Yes.
Yes, he has.
Okay. Did he? And obviously, I'm assuming he lost to Tsuji.
Wait, actually, hold on. No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't faced Tsuji yet.
Tsuji's got David Finlay. Hold on. 2 seconds.
Because his next match is with Taichi. I know that.
Oh, wait, here's all the results here. When did Callum get Tsuji? Here we go. That's Yuya Uemura beating Callum. That was on the 25th.
Yeah.
Yota Tsuji, that was Bolton Oleg on the 27th. Callum versus Sonata. Bolton versus Callum, that was the other day. Was it the first night then? Might be in the first night.
Yeah. But anyway, he needs to win. But basically everyone from Callum Newman down needs to win both of their matches to go for an East.
No, Callum's first match was evil because they did all this opening matches on the first night.
Yeah.
Then Callum beat Tanahashi in his second match.
Yeah.
He hasn't actually. Not because he had Oiwa then. Where is the match with? Tsuji beat Oiwa.
Yeah.
But Uemura beat Newman on the same night. No, he hasn't. Callum's actually not faced.
So Callum hasn't faced.
Oh.
Yeah, Callum Newman hasn't faced Tsuji yet.
He faces Callum on Sunday.
Yeah. So that is big. So Newman needs to win his next match to have any chance of going through, essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much everyone from Callum Newman down needs to win both of their matches to have any chance of going through.
Basically.
Yeah.
And the one that's at big risk is definitely David Finlay.
Yes. But I think he's going to win his next match, so I think he will be all right. Well, for now, anyway. Because Finley's last match is against Yuya. And as you know, he does not have a good record against Uemura at all. He does.
No, he doesn't. He's got a very bad record against him. It's awkward. B block, however, is an absolute joke. But that's purely because of the Gabe Kidd injury.
Yes.
But the fact that Ren Narita is top of the leaderboard
this upsets me. This upsets me greatly. This.
The fact that he is
basically our best hope of a Narita elimination is if Driller Maloney wins this block.
He has to.
Yeah.
We're gonna
because Driller and I believe it was who else beat Ren Narita actually?
Ren Narita's only lost
because he's lost 2 matches.
He beat Zach on night 1.
Yep.
Not
I'm
there.
actually trying to think of this one.
Then he beat ELP back to back.
Yeah.
Then he beat Shota, which was absolutely funny.
Yeah, that was.
He
pretty
lost
funny,
to
yeah.
Driller. He lost to
Yeah,
Driller. Driller obviously then had his forfeit with Gabe Kidd.
Oh, he lost to Yoshihashi. That's it.
Yeah, that's the
Narita
one.
lost to Yoshihashi. No.
Yeah.
So if we were to look at the standings, we need Narita to not win any matches, and then at least one. We need Narita to not win any more matches, and then at least one of Yoshihashi and Driller Maloney to win both of their matches, or just one of their matches as well.
And it'll knock him down completely.
Yeah. And obviously, I don't see Yoshihashi winning either of his last two matches because it's El Fantasma and Takeshita.
That's what I'm aiming for, yeah, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Wait, no, it's not. It's not Takeshita. It's El Fantasma and Zack Sabre Jr. So I don't think Yoshihashi is winning either of his matches.
No, especially with that performance in there to come.
So it's pretty much down to Maloney winning both of his matches to stop
Narita
getting through, which I do actually think is something that we may see happen here.
I hope so. I think it would be perfect for us though. Like it's exactly what we need because it would give a lot more to the.
It will give a lot more to the playoffs than having more House of Torture involvement in this tournament. Than
yes, exactly. But anything else? Final comments? Because obviously we're both. I need to get like a 10-minute break.
Pretty much. The only thoughts that I have on this is the tournament is ramping up, and also it seems like all of the crap is starting to kick off as well.
Yeah. Shite in it.
Yeah. And we need to not have this continue. Essentially.
Yeah. Some guys are quite like that, Bleach fan. Most of them were very scripted, but some of them were able to pull off. Like Jim Cornette was actually slightly better for promos in that period. In terms of non-scripted.
Like, it's a worry that this tournament is that it's got a big massive risk of going out with a whimper, which I don't want because for the most part it's been a good tournament.
Yeah, it has been. Oh, yeah, it really has been for them.
And I'm also wondering about how do you think that they're gonna book the road to Wrestle Kingdom from this point based on how everyone's performed in this tournament?
I think the person who calls their shot on the winner of the G1, I think is going to be Goto. I think Goto will come back and call his right.
I think it's going to be one of two. It will either be Goto or Gabe Kidd.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that it would make more sense for it to be Gabe because he actually made it to the tournament, whereas Goto didn't.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking as well.
But then the only problem with that is Gabe is a champion, which kind of makes that a bit blurry.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That is the only thing. Guys, we just want to say thank you for tuning in this evening. Obviously, we will be getting out of here in just a moment, but not to worry. Myself and Josiah we've got a lot of Japanese content this week, and also we're just going to be killing back with content. But Big Man, I actually have a question for you.
Oh,
a good question, actually.
This is interesting. And also, thank you guys for not asking for Raw because that was, like we said earlier, it was horrendous. No, we're not, Billy.
Not a
obviously,
chance.
You weren't here earlier, so we'll excuse this, but we're not doing that.
I actually have got a Discord account, but I don't really use it as much. But hold on, I'll actually see if I can get it. Hold on. What is my fucking Discord on this?
I'm interested in this question now.
It was absolute horseshit. This is my. I need to change. I'm going to change it to. I'll change it to the weekly Steelchair, obviously, but like, this is my. Fucking behave. 1 second. It just has like a random name. I've not changed it. I'm going to change it obviously to something related to the weekly Steelchair, but that is my Discord name. But obviously, Twitch is also on here as well, which is the Steelchair. But the question is, I'm bringing back. I'm about to go and do the World of Football podcast stream just now, guys, which is 8 o'clock, which are my wrestling, not my wrestling, my football channel that I'm on. But do you this week, when I bring back the watch along restreams, do you want to join me on it?
Oh, that is a big question. It will basically depend on what they're putting on, what they're putting out, basically.
No, it's the
if it's interesting, then I'll definitely be here for that. But if it's crap,
no,
then
it's the watch along spreadsheet. It's the watch along spreadsheet. It's back this week. I've been taking a little break from it, so I'm asking if you want to appear on that show.
I may do.
Good man. Yeah, we picked the matches exactly. For content, if you want to see it, I can bring them up if you want to see what they look like. You've already seen some of these, I think. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. There we go. Cheers, Tempo. I appreciate it. Yeah, but Monday Night Raw can literally go suck a dick.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Our next match, by the way, if you actually want to see, these are actually our next matches. Well, top down. We've had some random picks, obviously, from the chat, but our next 5 review matches, for example, if we just do 5, are on screen now.
Ooh.
Obviously, that is a personal. Like these two are like personal picks of mine, but like that was amazing. That's amazing. That's just incredible. Those are the matches I'll be reviewing next.
Those Shingo and Nakamura. No, that Bret Hart Undertaker match and Shinsuke AJ Styles match. Those are 2 of my personal favorite matches. I will say that.
Same. It's my favorite SummerSlam match, and it's arguably my favorite IC title match at Wrestle Kingdom.
I'm very interesting to note that there's not much post 2008 TNA on here. That there's.
In terms of 2008, you've got Lockdown.
Yeah.
You've got that's 07, but it might be used the 08 one. We've got Kurt Angle versus Bobby Lashley, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, the Steel Cage, Kurt Angle versus Mr. Anderson, Sting versus Samoa Joe, 08, Bound for Glory, SummerSlam 09, King of the Mountain, where Angle and Samoa Joe show their craziness.
There is a lot of good matches here, then.
Thank you. Most of these are my picks.
The
chat has some involvement. And obviously we have this as well. Perazzo, Mickey James, Texas, definitely. Kurt Angle, Desmond Wolfe as well.
Chat has good taste.
Yep. A lot of these are mine, but chat had some great ones. But yeah, so that's the next 5 matches I'll be doing. Brett versus Bulldog, you got into wrestling. I love that match. It's even crazier that Bulldog was high and they still done it.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's see if I can get it from here then directly. How the fuck do you... I actually don't know if I have a server, so I might just join yours, so... Let's see if I can find you from here. Hold on. Yeah, anyone but Brett wouldn't have worked. Tempo, if you can just drop out like your Discord link on the video at the very end of the show, and then I'll just join yours, brother. I think it might be a lot easier. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I'm off to go and do this other stream, which is going to be an absolute madness because we're doing Premier League predictions. So
that's probably going to be painful for you.
Oh, it's going to be very painful for me. But it's certainly going to be worth it. I'll actually drop that in the chat if anyone wants to come watch. It's just me chatting football, but it's up to you guys. It's a good channel, good laugh, a few friends of mine. There we go. That's exactly what I need. Thank you in the chat. Thanks very much, Temple. Let me just quickly click on that. It's good for building a community, Catherine. There we go. Come on. Accept invite. There we go. I'm in it. Thanks, dude. Wait, where's that bloody thing? And also, we've got a brilliant intro song, and this actually tops this. But yeah, right. What am I looking for? That one, because we've got our new tab. Are we doing just we're doing championship predictions, not Premier League. Okay, so that's going to be funny. I've got to repeat myself. Luckily, I've got those predictions. But if you want to come watch, that's it there. But in the meantime, I'm going to get out here, guys.
Yeah, and I guess looking at the schedule, I guess we'll be back on Saturday when there's no G1 action that we can review the 13 and 14 week.
Yeah, absolutely. And also we can do other things throughout the week as well if you want to do like other TV stuff. So we're in for that. So throughout the week, big man, you know you're always welcome. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we will see you next time.
Take care, everyone.
Time.
It's time.
It's buy time. Thanks, Catherine. Thanks, everyone.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms is the soul of me. You walk